Well, Therese has been, working. Juwan wasn't able to play. Um, Therese has worked some at that spot. I thought he stepped in, did a solid job for us. He's been with us for a year and a half, and worked hard, made steady improvement.
How did not having Jawan affect how you guys handled communication, like green dot type stuff, and how did that go, in the game?
Yeah, it went fine. We practice multiple players doing the signal calling, so it's not. Hopefully, we have a lot of people that can do it, and depending on what defensive grouping we're in and so forth. We have some flexibility on that. We've had a number of different guys do it for them just to be comfortable with it. So I think it was all right.
And just one last on that topic, I think just fans maybe who follow the team and even reporters might have been surprised that it was Therese stepping in there. And maybe something that people who follow the team can deduce is that the fact he had been in the system for a full year and had a full training camp and knowledge of the system might have been part of that, compared to like Josh and Anthony, who are rookies. And I'm curious if you would maybe agree with that analysis as to why that might lead you in Therese's direction in that situation.
Yeah. Well, Anthony played in there some too, and Josh had more of a third down role in this game.
Next question, Karen Guregian, followed by Evan Lazar.
Good afternoon, Bill. I was just wondering, since you've now hit the midway point of the season, what do you like about your team, and do you think they've established an identity as yet?
I think we just approach each week trying to prepare and game plan and compete to do the best we can that Sunday or Monday, whenever the game is. So that's what we've tried to do all year. We'll just take it week by week going forward and try to do the best we can to get ready to go and play another good football team this week. So this will be a big challenge for us, but we'll just take it one week at a time and day by day.
Is there a quality that stands out about your team that you like at this point?
Yeah, I mean, the teams, look, we've had to make adjustments and during the course of the season. I think they've handled those pretty well. And it's a competitive team that has a good work ethic, compete every week. So just trying to work to a higher standard of performance all the way across the board, and we'll continue to do that.
Thank you, Bill.
You're welcome.
Next question, Evan Lazar, followed by Steve Sanchez.
Hey, Coach. Now that you guys have gotten a chance to see Carl Davis on the field and play a little bit last night, just wanted to hear your impressions of what you've seen so far out of him.
Well, as you said, it was a small window, but he did some positive things, and we'll see how it goes going forward. He hasn't had a lot of time with us, but he has some experience, and so we'll just again take it day by day and see how things work out going forward. I don't know what that'll be.
Is he the type of guy that you kind of view as like a nose tackle type, or could you see him playing maybe a little bit at the end for you guys too?
Yeah, I mean, again, we haven't had him for very long. This week we worked him primarily inside, but he's got good length, and so I don't know, that might be a possibility. Depend on at this point, just what our game plan is, what we're trying to get him ready to do. But I'd say physically, he probably has enough skill to handle a number of different positions along the defensive line.
Next question, Steve Sanchez, followed by Mike Reese.
Good afternoon, Bill.
Hey, Steve.
There's a play in the fourth quarter where Cam eluded a sack there on a second down play. Do you feel that he's progressed, especially last night's game? He looked a lot different than previous games.
And so I'm sorry. So Steve, you mentioned eluding the sack. So what? Can you give me the question again? Sorry.
Did you see Cam's progression in the fourth quarter? A lot better than what he has been doing in the last 4 games.
I think Cam's made steady progress. Throughout the course of the season, thought he did a good job last night, for the most part, getting the ball out on time. The play I think you're referring to, he's got obviously size and strength in the pocket. He's a hard guy to tackle, and he was able to elude the rush a couple times, and there on that last drive, he was able to get the ball out for an incomplete pass and avoid a sack, which turned out to be valuable yards on the final kick. So, but overall, the ball came out pretty quickly last night, and Jets were applying a lot of pressure. I thought he did a good job of identifying pre-snap where he wanted to go, and got the ball to the right place.
Was that more like simplifying the offense for him, Coach?
Well, I mean, I don't know. It's whatever the game plan is, but I mean, with a team like the Jets, you could run the same play 10 times in a row and probably get 8 different defenses. So it's not. It's a function of what the number of things that your opponents do. So each time it's a little bit different, or they try to make it look the same and give you a different blitz, or a little different a little different combination of how they're playing the players, or the stunts that go with it, and so forth. So it's just a matter of reading our keys on each play, both at quarterback and the other positions, and following through our assignments. But Jets certainly gave us a lot of pressure and a lot of different ways of bringing the pressure, as expected, as that's what Coach Williams does. And so he gave us plenty of it last night, all the way up to the last play.
Next question, Mike Reese, followed by Mike Hurley.
Bill, did anything jump out to you on Jakob and his play? That was a lot of snaps for him in the game, and anything stand out to you from his performance?
Yeah, right. Well, we were in that personnel grouping quite a bit, Mike, as you mentioned, and Yak's a tough, downhill point of attack type blocker. Thought he showed good toughness, sticking it in there and blocking defensive linemen at times, and primarily linebackers, and was able to move the pile a little bit. But that was a good. He's a good hard-nosed, tough fullback.
And then my last one was just, have you been able to get Isaiah Ford in the building, just sort of like move that forward to at least sort of just start to work with him?